Hey everybody. I'm gonna give you guys something to think about. Yesterday I was talking about living out of your bug out bag indefinitely, out in the woods for a year. And a lot of you guys, you agreed with me, but there's a couple of you that I guess you guys drunk the YouTube and television show Kool-Aid that believes it can be done. I'm going to use an example. I'm going to use one area that will prove that you can't carry enough supplies on you and make it. And that is illness, and I wrote a bunch of stuff down. Illness and injuries in a SHTF. Now this is just some of the things I thought of. And I looked up some online and let's just go from here. Okay, a head cold, a sinus infection, strep throat, bronchitis, pneumonia, sore throats, tonsillitis, the flu, chest colds. Now you're going to be out in the elements. You're going to have a lot of cold medicine. Then another one, stomach virus. You might eat something, give you an upset stomach. You have to throw up, you get diarrhea, you get weak from it. You don't have no electrolytes to put back in your body. What are you going to do? Okay, here's another one. Scurvy, lack of vitamin C. Where are you going to get your vitamin C at in the wintertime? Now here's one in the spring and the summer and the fall for you guys. And I just put 3 down, but there's more. A mosquito bite. You can get the West Nile virus, malaria, yellow fever. And I was looking online and they got like 4 or 5 more diseases you could catch from a mosquito bite. Now I'm going to hear people saying, well, you can't catch that. It's not going to be that bad. If something was to happen and the system went down, the grid went down, there's going to be more pollution out there because the garbage ain't going to be picked up, the water ain't going to be sanitized, so you're going to get more disease coming. Okay, another one. You guys say, oh, we're going to make us a pine bed or get some straw and put down. Okay, in the spring and summer and fall. What about ticks? I done another, this is just the ones I know, but I looked up and there's a whole bunch more. Lyme disease from a tick bite. Rocky Mountain spotted fever from a tick bite. Now that's, I don't know how many that is so far, but you're going to carry all that medicine and know what medicine to take out in the woods with no doctor around, no way to resupply? Let me carry on for you guys. Okay, now this is water, drinking water. You might not boil it right, your filter might stop working, and this is what you can get from drinking bad water. Cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, hepatitis A, intestinal worms, typhoid fever, giardia, malaria. And not just by drinking it, if you're washing your hands and you got a small cut on your hand or in your arm or something like that, and water gets into it, or water gets splashed into your eyes, you can get all that from letting it get into a cut or from getting in your eyes. You don't have to drink it. Okay? Now, basic, if you get cut, a small cut, a deep cut, and you don't get it properly cleaned out and keep it clean and everything, you can get a bone infection. You can get scarlet fever. Gangrene could set up in there where you have to cut your arm off. Are you going to be able to cut your arm off and cauterize it so you can live? No, you're going to die. Tetanus, and I don't even know how to say this. I'll just spell it for you. CELLULITUS. Look it up. That's from infections. Then I talked about a little bit yesterday. Broke bones. What happens if you break your leg? You break your arm. You fall. You break your ribs. What are you going to do? Do you have a cast making machine in your bug out bag? Or what happens if you get a bad sprain, ankle, wrist, elbow, whatever? Internal bleeding. Say you take a tumble and you fall. You break your ribs, you got internal bleeding, you bust your guts up. You got an x-ray machine or an MIR machine that you can whip out of that bug out bag and x-ray yourself and see what kind of shape you're in? No, you're going to die. Another one, abscess tooth. Or you crack your tooth, you chip a tooth, you break a tooth, abscess forms on that. You could die from an abscess busting in your mouth because that's poison get into your bloodstream. You can die from it. You don't believe me? Ask the dentist, look it up. Are you going to be able to get in there and pull that tooth out or put a filling in that tooth or do you have the antibiotics to take care of that abscess? Allergic reaction. A lot of people are allergic to bees and spiders and wasps and everything. You got the EpiPens. You got enough EpiPens to go around and last you for a year, because if you're out in the woods, I guarantee you're going to get a lot of stings and a lot of bites, more than you will if you're at home where you can stay away from stuff. Poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac. You got enough Benadryl and calamine lotion or oatmeal bath that you can stop it? Okay, how about this? You run out of soap and way to keep your body cleaned. By not washing, you can get infections. Skin infection, crotch rot, trench foot, ringworms. You can get a urinary tract infection. You can get boils on your skin. You can get body and head lice. Now that's just a small example I wanted to use to you guys for the ones saying, "Oh, I'm wrong and you can survive out there." So with your main bug out bag, you're going to have to carry another bug out bag slap full of 30 or 40 more pounds of medicine, antibiotic, everything. Can you get an MIR machine in that bug out bag, or x-ray machine or anything like that in there, so if you fall you're not busted up inside, or you fall and you get a concussion, or do you know if you got to bleed from that concussion? You guys, the ones who think you can make it, you guys need to sit down, fart, and clear your mind, because you're believing something that's not true. I mean, it's either you're so gullible you believe in people's BS that's trying to sell you stuff, and you don't want to listen to anybody who's trying to teach you something that might keep you alive. I bet the people who saying it can be done, I'm wrong, are probably Bear Grylls fans, thinking he's the best survivalist in the world, and he's the worst. He's so full of it, he's gonna get people hurt. But it's your guys' choice at the end of the day. Again, I'm on here, I'm not making a dime, I'm just trying to help somebody. If they do believe in BS from people, I'm just trying to show them the truth of the matter. You need more supplies. Just think of what you need at your home right now. If you get sick, you run to the doctor. If you can't cure yourself, you go to the doctor. They give you antibiotics. And now I can hear people, well, I'll go to the pharmacist and get me what medicine I need when something goes down. You and about 10 million drug addicts will already be there, wiped out everything. They would even take the antibiotics in order to trade antibiotics for drugs, pills, because they're damn drug addicts. And you actually think you're going to get there first? If you do get there first, there are going to be a bunch of pillheads, drug addicts, going to kill you for the medicine you have. Think before you act. That's what you're supposed to do in survival. You think it out. You think about the situation, then you act. That way you don't go half-cocked and get yourself killed or hurt. Now, I mean, you guys can take it, you can leave it. I'm just trying to help you guys. But just think about it. Think about what I just read off and how much medicine you would have to carry, because you're going to get several of them. Another thing, rabies. You might get bit by an animal that's carrying rabies, or then you might be hunting and cleaning an animal in the spring or summertime and you're not wearing rubber gloves. You have a cut on your hand. Their blood gets into your open wound, and if they're carrying rabies or any kind of other disease, you're going to get it because you don't have rubber gloves on while you're cleaning that animal. I bet you guys didn't think about that either. You got to think. Use your head to think. You know, this is for the guys the people who are out there telling me I'm wrong. You know, you can survive a year. And there's one guy on here saying, oh, I can go to FEMA camps and get resupplied. FEMA camps are death traps. If that's your plan to go to FEMA camps, you're dead already. But you know, I'm just out on here trying to help people. You know, if you want to take my advice, take it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. I mean, I know at the end of the day, if anything happens, me and my family, they're going to make it. We're going to make it. So, everybody, be safe, be careful, think. Sit down and start writing down your own list of what could happen, what you could come across. And if you don't believe what I say, get online, look it up, ask your doctor, ask your dentist. They'll tell you the same thing. Till the next one, guys, everybody be safe. Bye.